Guys. The world might not be doing so good right now, but remember, the Mandarin for penguin literally translates to business goose. If you cut a perfectly human-shaped hole in an unlocked door, do you think more people would open the door or try to squeeze through it?
I would open the door, as I'm not average human height.
That's okay. Although it is not your hole and it was not made for you, assume for the purposes of the question that it's the size and shape roughly comparable to your own, and that this is not notable to the point of being unsettling. For further clarification, it is not a sinister hole. There is nothing weird about it other than being kinda quirky. It is located in a place that is mundane, but where fun interior design choices are to be expected, like a dentist's office or a zoo or an art museum. The question is not whether or not you could fit through the hole, but whether or not you would try for the novelty of it. If you're very tall or fat or use a mobility device, the hole appears to be roughly the right size to accommodate you. It might take more effort than opening the door, but not so much that you would worry about getting stuck or tripping. It's just a human-shaped hole that would probably fit you if you tried, just not in a supernatural or unsettling or suspicious way. Would you guys do this? Comment down below. Me? I definitely would. I'm going straight through that hole, no questions asked. People often say they hope their deceased pet dog is chasing squirrels in doggy heaven. What did all those squirrels do to deserve an afterlife of torment? Dog heaven is also squirrel hell. It's a very efficient system. I can't stop laughing at the thought of squirrels sinning so much in the mortal plane that they have to be sent to squirrel hell to atone. They know that the bird feeder isn't meant for them. Being 18 to 25 is like playing a video game where you've skipped a tutorial and you're just sort of running about with no idea how anything works. Being 25 to 30 is like later on in the game when you figured out how things work, but have made poor leveling decisions along the way, and you are now horribly underpowered for what you're supposed to be doing. Being 30 to 35 is coming to the conclusion that if wildly swinging a sword at random while screaming has gotten you this far, may as well keep at it. Can anyone in the comments confirm this? I'm too young to know if any of this is real or not. I used to work in a little market, and we had to cut blocks of cheese in approximately 1 pound cubes. To this day, 1 pound equals 1 block of feta cheese in my head. My gym trainer was talking about guys lifting up to 1,000 pounds. That's a lot of cheese, I said. What? Writing prompt. You are the town superhero. Your greatest enemy, obviously, is the town supervillain. However, secretly, you are both brothers. This isn't anything tragic, as your whole destructive rivalry is just actually a massive prank on your third brother, the mayor. Anatidophobia. The fear that somewhere, somehow, a duck is watching you.
You can run, but you can never hide.
I feel like I'd enjoy being an assassin if it didn't involve killing people. What if, instead of killing people, you got hired to just ruin their day? Like the mafia or someone paid you to park behind someone's car so they can't back out of a spot when they're in a rush in the morning and you make them late for work. I would enjoy that immensely. There is a long list of people that I would gladly do that to without payment. This is how low-tier supervillains start. As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a butthole. Can someone just explain French to me? It's Spanish, but you speak it in cursive. You have 11 letters. You pronounce 4 of them. Learn to speak Spanish. Now, learn to speak Italian. Now, subtract the Spanish from Italian. You are left with French. Latin, but then make it fashion. Cover the second half of the word, squint, and pronounce only the vowels you think you see. And now an educational segment on how to defeat a sphinx. You must solve my riddle, or die. Alternate option. You endure 10 minutes of my best puns, or give me the treasure.
Foolish human, you have doomed yourself. I am the king of verbal sparring. Begin.
Okay, but you don't know the catastrophe you've brought down on your head.
Was that a cat pun?
It's possible.
Because I am part feline.
I would be lying if I said no.
I thought you said these were your best puns.
These are perfect puns. Don't throw a hissy fit just because you incorrectly inferred a clause in the agreement. I gave you an opportunity and you pounced on it, so you can't say the game's unfair now. And if you were half the man you think you are, you wouldn't be in denial about the Tutankhamun superiority of my puns. You're kidding yourself if you thought I'd just Moses on into your stomach without a catfight. Are you scared yet? Because I can tail these till the great river runs dry.
Oh my Rod, just stop here, just stop it!
I love reading about stupid drama in ancient Greece. Like, there was an athlete named Theagenes who was so good at every kind of athletic contest that, when he died, one of his opponents would go to beat the crap out of a statue of him out of spite. But then one day the statue fell on the guy and killed him, so the Greeks took the statue to court for murder, convicted it, and threw it into the sea. Actually, I left out the best part of the story, which is that a plague then struck, and when people consulted the oracle at Delphi, she was like, well, he's pissed off Theagenes, so they had to go dig the statue back up out of the water. Must let Tom pick onion. I spent 5 minutes trying to figure out who Tom is and what his onion picking skills have to do with my sandwich. My science teacher used to teach all of his classes Morse code until last year, because last year he caught 2 kids cheating on the test and having a conversation across the room in Morse code by blinking their eyelids. So he doesn't teach Morse code anymore, and those kids have to wear sunglasses when they take tests.